King Arthur and His Knights by Elizabeth Lodor Merchant. Continuing The Hidden Fountain. When he had finished, she bade him listen to the sounds of the wailing that were coming up from below. The lord of the castle is dead, said she. He was the Black Knight of the Fountain, and has died from your blow. But it was always told that his lady should marry one of Arthur's knights. You must be he. Yes, I must be he, cried Sir Gawain. This is my high adventure, I know. Fair maiden, let me see the lady. Peep through that little grating, and you will see her in the hall below, said the maiden, preparing to clear away the golden plates. So Sir Gawain peeped, and down the hall, in a lovely black and silver gown, he saw a most beautiful lady sitting with candles all about her. She was pale and grave, but not very sad. She had never really loved the lord of the castle, but had long ago married him so that he might defend the fairy fountain which belonged to her. Her name had always been the Lady of the Fountain, and she knew that she must marry again immediately so that those magical waters, that white slab with the silver bowl, that tall green tree, might still be kept unhurt in the secret fairy places of Broceliande. Remember how in the Kaaba they have a white floor underneath it, and they've used different things, but they have a silver vulva around the rock, so it's instead of a fountain, so it can be thought of in the same symbolism of the return and the source. But again, we're not saying that God is female and saying this stuff. She sat among her tall, lighted candles, her head on her hand. Sir Gawain, watching her, felt his love for her spring up like a newly kindled flame. He turned to the pretty maiden in the page's dress, and a lot of these stories, the thing is square. A square or a cube is the mental construction of consciousness, but the real identity is a dent or a lump or a mark or something in this cube or square. I love the Lady of the Fountain, he cried. I've always loved her in my dreams. Take me to her tomorrow, said the maiden. I will take you tomorrow, he assured. Oh, be assured she will love you in return. I think that she, too, has always known that you would come. Well, love of duty, but marriage should be about a love that, regardless of what the other person is or does, you're doing the right thing. So the next day the maiden gave Sir Gawain a beautiful robe to wear, with golden clasps in the shapes of lions. He looked very royal in it as he strode down the corridors of the castle into the presence of the Lady of the Fountain, who was sitting without any candles this morning. Thoughtful and all alone, the maiden led Sir Gawain to her, and she turned her beautiful pale face to him as he knelt silently on one knee before her. You, she said, then it was you who fought with the Black Knight at the fountain and killed him, so that he lies dead. It was my adventure, lady, said Sir Gawain softly. He was only set to guard the fountain while you waited for me. The Lady of the Fountain made a sign to the pretty maiden, who was dressed like a page. Call my nobles, said she. I must speak with them. Then, when all the nobles came, she pointed to Sir Gawain, who was adoring her with his eyes. He had shown himself the strongest knight we have ever known, said she. Tell me, for it is for you to decide. Shall he guard the waters of the fairy fountain for me and for all of you? The nobles, who knew that Sir Gawain had conquered in a fair fight, said that he should, and then the lady stood up on her raised throne and walked down the steps and gave Sir Gawain her hand. "Be it so," she said. "Be faithful in your charge, Sir Gawain, and keep the fairy fountain and the tall green tree safe under the sun, the rain, and the stars forever." Now, some people could have been assigned these tasks, but what does that mean, since the Arthurian legends are sort of reworking things that existed among the Celts? And I'm not really seeing anything listed here that's not of that, other than Christian elements are put into it.